Howdy! PSD and its shows are mostly supported by you guys. If you like what we do, make sure to rate the podcast wherever you listen, subscribe if you haven't, share your favorite moments and episodes with friends, and check out our Patreon if you want to give us some financial support, as well as getting a little something in return. All of that stuff helps like you wouldn't believe. Thanks so much for everything, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of Please Stop Talking.
Billy, let me ask you something.
Okay, Brendan, what do you want to tell little old me?
You walk into a Chuck E. Cheese pizzeria, and it's your first day working there. An employee takes you aside, and they say, hey, be careful at the ball pit. They're going to be hatching soon. What do you do?
Dude, I'm going to have the biggest fucking omelet.
They don't have that at Canada.
The fucking zaniest. We actually don't.
Oh, that's right. They don't have a Chuck E. Cheese in Canada, but they have the one Hooters that Rad really wanted to go to.
Well, I did not really want to go there.
Oh, okay. I just want to jump in immediately. The first thing, I was like, the first time I talk to Rad again, I want to tell them that it was their fault that we went to that Hooters.
Why is
and then
that
they left.
I mean,
they left us all there. They stayed in the Hooters. They're like, they're having a great time, guys. And then immediately leaves with three of your friends, and we're all stuck in the Nexus.
They actually had to.
I had to drive them back home after dinner.
Like, hey, we should all go to the Hooters. Everybody's like, I guess we'll all meet up at the Hooters. All right, well, Rad wants to do it. Boo wants to do it.
I had a great time at the Hooters.
We had an amazing
time for the 2 minutes that I was there.
I didn't go to Hooters.
You didn't even get a beer, did you?
I had a beer. I had 2 beers because we cut the G.
We did cut the G. See?
But I had to drive, so I had to like sober up a bit. And then we went to sushi, and Matt stole a glass from the sushi place.
Oh, dude, that's such a... Matt would do that.
He gave it to me as a gift for moving to Montreal.
That's fucking
I'm gonna
awesome.
bring it back to the sushi place.
That's like a quest. Yeah, you basically got given a quest. You have to go and return it. The only glass you can't bring back are when you walk into a 1990s Pizza Hut and you get the red plastic glass.
The red plastic cup. But
crispiest.
nowadays they just sell them, right? Don't
Yeah,
they just
just
sell
sell
them
them
on
now.
the fucking website or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, the glass?
Yeah, the glasses, you can just buy it there.
Yeah, I'd have to find it again, but like the Pizza Hut glass, you can find it at like a specific outlet or retailer that sells like restaurant glassware. And I know the model name. I can find the model number actually. Let me see.
The model name?
There's a model number
Bro.
that people reference regarding it.
I should actually, maybe I should buy those because every time we have people over, there's a glass that breaks, like always. I'm fucking running out.
I know you guys talked about the Hooters thing before since I've been on.
Yeah.
But like I just wanted to ask if you told them about the insane like pro-child advertisements they had for Hooters when we got there.
What?
It was like it was like, so you don't remember? They had all these signs that was like, Hooters is for your family, bring your kids.
Oh, you're right. There was a bunch of like bring your kids advertisement with big-breasted women.
Let
like,
your kids hang out in the epilepsy bathroom.
Yeah. It was so bad, I forgot.
Oh, fuck.
Let your children hang out of the epilepsy bathroom. But speaking of epilepsy, so you want to talk about the Borderlands movie, right?
Okay, yeah, dude. Okay, welcome to the podcast. The thing is, right?
The Thing is a movie by John Carpenter. We're talking about Borderlands.
No, the thing with our Borderlands experience was that, like, fuck the movie, right?
Yes.
The movie is secondary to everything that happened in that movie theater at the time we went to. We decided, Boo decided
Yeah.
that we should, like, rent out, like, an entire row at a VIP theater in Montreal to go watch Borderlands. A VIP theater, this is real. A VIP theater is the one where you have a bar and you have like really fucking nice cozy seats. We just fucking decided to go. It was our entire, how many were we, like 11, 12 people, dude?
It was unintended because Boo messaged me about going to see this movie. And I'm like, okay, but I'm planning this surprise for my partner where I'm having a bunch of our friends show up for that
I can't
weekend.
believe we did that. Your partner actually went like, oh yeah.
Yeah, she was like, she was so
She
fun.
was way too cool with it. If I was her, I'd be like, absolutely not, dude. Fuck off.
But yeah, so I was planning this surprise with like everybody. So Boo was like, okay, we'll just get these like 4 seats of VIP because it was going to be us 3 and your friend.
Yep.
And then I was like, okay, well, I need 3 extra seats for these friends of mine that are coming, and then another seat for one of Frankie's friends. And so we ended up having a whole row. Then your one buddy had to sit in the back.
Yeah, he had to sit in the back. When we got there, I don't even remember what exactly happened, but you like we were already hammered. Like we had.
Oh,
like
you were pre-gaming for Randy.
Of course we fucking.
Did you see the reviews? You had to.
I thought you were looking for a sober Borderlands experience. I'm just
No.
Absolutely fucking not. You could not.
when the psycho says it's pissing time, I was sitting there with a cigar going, magnificent. Yeah.
Did that happen? It could have happened. I have no fucking
Remember when the
idea.
psycho popped out of the door and said, it's psycho time, and then he psychoed all over the place, which is an unironic thing that actually happened in the Borderlands movie.
He actually said that. That's in the movie.
What the fuck? I don't fucking remember that at all.
If you don't see that in the movie, you didn't see the Randy cut.
Yeah, you guys watched the patched version where they had to get the score even lower.
We have to watch the ultra-wide 4-hour-long Randy cut. The claptrap shitting bullets scene is actually 50 minutes long. They cut so much of Jack Black going, "Ugh!"
Claptrap comes.
That's the one where they got fucking Claptrap pissing and shitting.
And
Can you
He does the whole
believe he's
fucking-
Bowser, he's Claptrap, and now he's Minecraft Steve? Jack Black is killing your childhood in one fell
and Hero
stroke.
Brian, dude, holy shit! What
He's
a guy!
grinding out.
when we went to see the movie, so we were all half in the bag. Did we meet you there? I feel like we met you there. Or did you come to my place first?
No, I went to your place
Yeah,
beforehand,
yeah.
and I don't remember how many fucking beers.
Whenever I go to so we have what's called Cineplex in Canada, and they have the VIP thing that Billy's talking about. If you ever go to a Cineplex VIP, they never card you to be in the VIP, but we go to this one Cineplex in Montreal that they're carding everybody. It doesn't matter how old you look like. They're saying like they're treating it like as if it's a casino. They're carding everybody. So we all get carded, we all go in, and then the one of my friends that I brought didn't have his ID. So we had to like wait outside for him for a bit.
The reason why it's weird though is because they card you before you go into the regular movie theater.
You're not even at VIP at that point.
Like you're not even at the VIP, not even near a bar. You're just near the fucking popcorn stand.
You think they would block off the bar section specifically, but they didn't. They just blocked off the entire theater.
I would say that's probably just a strategic, hey, we want to save money, so we'd have our ticket sellers carding people instead of having like the people at the bar constantly carding people. That way, once you get in, you are basically free to roam, right?
Oh yeah, but the thing is, the bar is like a separate space. Completely separate. It's not even on the same floor.
Maybe they just have a bartender who's really bad at carding people. They have like aphasia.
I mean, I asked the bartender like if they had any IPAs, and he said, "What is an IPA?" And I was
my
like, "What
God.
the fuck?"
He knows what's up.
Where am I? But no, I think it was like a strategic thing where they wanted to sell Borderlands tickets, but they didn't want people to actually see the movie as money as they could like get rid of, because they didn't want the bad press. So they kicked my buddy out, and so me and Jesse was with us. Me and my buddy and Jesse were like, okay, we're gonna go sit at a bar until we can figure something out. And Boo's texting me, and he's like, "Where are you guys? We're already sitting down. The movie started. We're eating our food." I was like, "I don't think we're getting in, man."
Stopped at the door to the Borderlands movie. So over.
You look like you will not understand the piss gully rant, the piss valley scene. You won't get it.
Piss Wash Gully.
Piss wash gully.
I already had a gigantic fucking pint.
I know.
I was already halfway through my pint of beer. You
I know.
could not get me out of there.
No,
'cause
and I felt really bad. And Boo's like, he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna come up and we're gonna figure this out." I was like, "I don't think you can talk this guy into letting us in, but whatever." But what we ended up doing is we ended up walking back just so we could tell Boo like it's all right. But when we get back, the guy that was like being really hard on the carding, he was gone. So I look at Matt and I give him my fucking Ontario health card, and I'm like, "Here, just cover my face, show him the card, and like let's walk in." And it worked. So we all got in.
Dude, they all got in, and I don't know how fucking, I'm gonna be honest, because we got in when it was way too late. The movie already started. I don't even know how the Borderlands movie started.
Yeah, I missed the
And
intro.
you guys got even later.
You
so
missed
it
the
was
psycho
like,
time.
It wasn't
That's like
yeah,
the beginning
that's
of the
where
movie.
Psycho Time was.
Yeah,
Oh,
when Creek
that's
shows
where
up and
that
they save
was.
Tina out of the magic space station, and then the Borderlands psycho pops out and yells, "It's psycho time!" and psychos all over the place.
That's where the cum trap scene is.
So the entire time. Sorry, I
cum
just
trap, and all I could think of, there was a voice in my head that was just saying, "Ooey gooey ooey ooey ooey."
no, shut up.
The movie actually would have been improved with a cum trap scene.
They should have had it.
I don't want country. No.
Can we start a petition right now? Please, we need a petition. A
You're
petition
evil
for cum
today.
trap.
You're fucking evil. You're vile.
We need
You're
the cum
such
trap
a-
cut.
Release the Randy cum trap cut.
Oh,
If they had inflated claptrap nice and big and round, the
No.
movie
Oh
would
my
have been
God.
immaculate.
no, Randy's obsession is not cum. It's fucking squirting.
Did you know there's a Penn and Teller scene in the movie they cut out?
Is
Penn
that
and Teller are
true?
in the movie, but it got cut, and Randy must be fuming about that.
You're
I don't know if you're being
Is that
serious
real?
now. This is like
I'm being serious. Penn and Teller were in the movie, and they just got fully cut. Like, even Eli Roth was like, hey, man, I can't make magic out of this shit.
Shut up.
Wait, Penn Jillette will be joining the live action.
Yeah.
Are you Googling
what?
it? Is it real?
It got
this
cut.
Is real.
It's real, and it got cut. You thought it was a Brendan
Not
bit.
Penn and Teller, just Penn. Penn was supposed to be in Borderlands, and then he got cut out.
No. Teller was supposed to be in it. He was going to play Scooter.
No, it wasn't.
He was going to actually talk for the first time on screen. He was going to yell.
They
"Catch
were
a
in
lie."
Borderlands 3.
Oh,
They were, yeah.
because I'm seeing pain and terror.
They were
And
the most
Yeah.
boring Borderlands 3 boss fight out of every boss fight in that entire game.
Oh, just like their shows. That's
That's
crazy.
not surprising.
That game stinks.
We were like really far into the movie. I was already sitting down in my chair, and my chair was like, it was one of those chairs where it reclined.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was like this Cinco movie experience chair.
and nobody was saying anything. I just like on the side, I pressed the button and it just fucking like the loudest fucking fart noise. And dude, I swear to God, like the entire rows in front of me, like there's maybe 6 rows with like 5 people. 5 people look back at me and start staring
I
at
just
me.
imagine you getting up and yelling, I didn't fart! I didn't fart!
Dude, I dead ass. At one point, Rad turns around and says, "Bro, you fucking fart." And I was just like, I very loudly, I was like, I want everybody to know that this is my chair. And I very loudly, in the middle of the movie, just said, I didn't fart. It was the chair. It sounded so much like I just shit
What's
myself.
crazy is this actually happened. Like it actually, like this was like the most cursed screening of this movie I think we could have been in, because like that happens before that even happens. We have like this duo of like 2 dudes show up and tell us that they lost their headphones and start like
Oh my
searching
God.
between our legs looking for them.
Yes, that's right. It's the middle of the fucking movie before this.
Yeah, the movie's on. It's on. Like we're watching it.
He's just there with his flashlight, and he's like, "Sorry, man, I lost my headphones." And he just like, "What? The spotlights are dicks."
Yeah, he starts like going through our legs and shit, like trying to get us to move.
He's just got like a mag light, and he's just like, I'm not going to rob you, bro. I'm not going to rob you.
Actually, he was like with his flashlight, just flashing our dicks and being like, "I'm sorry, I'm trying to find my headphones." He did that for everybody on a roll.
He was just trying to use some ancient lore. He was trying to do the QTE to suck your
Oh,
dick.
The thing is,
so
he
funny.
did it like 3.
He kept coming back.
like leaving the theater and coming back.
At one point, I just told him, I was like, "No, man, like they're gone. I'm sorry."
At one point, he actually went under my seat while I had like my legs spread open, and he had a flashlight on my fucking genitals, and I was like, "My guy, you have to leave." I just told him like, "Hey, man, I'll get up. Just can you please?
Can you get out of here?
Can you leave? You're really close to my weenie."
Yeah, I just farted in this chair. I need you to.
I literally just shit myself.
just
I don't know
shit
if you want to
myself.
be down there.
That's like you wait until the movie ends. Like, I don't understand, like,
Oh, the movie had just started. He would have
Yeah.
waited a fucking long time.
at the same time, I still would have just been like, all right, I'll wait until the movie ends, then I'll get him out.
Like, go to the bar.
Go to the bar, get a fucking brewski. Bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that it was Borderlands. The social like brain death that you have to have, the amount of galaxy gas you have to inhale.
No, I definitely gave so many people, like normally I'm like such an, like I have hatred in me for people that like have their shit on in movies, but like I was so patient with these guys because it was Borderlands. I was like, I can't be mad, man. Like what am I missing right now?
Yeah, imagine if that happened during Dune. Like,
I know, I would have lost my mind. So much happens in Dune.
I think for all the distractions that happened, and there were so many in that fucking theater, and we're not fucking done.
I'm just waiting for this to start escalating, and it's like, yeah, and then Randy walked in and he released the birds.
No, I hate how fake this story sounds because like everything did happen and I have witnesses.
It's so insane because it's so perfect that of course it happened for
Borderlands
Of
movie.
fucking
Nobody's
course.
watching the movie.
You guys be quiet. Claptrap is about to do his dubstep noises.
There were 4 people that definitely weren't watching the movie.
In the back. Well, there were 2 people because 2 others were watching the screen, but in the okay. So in the back, there like every time Claptrap makes a little joke, the guy behind me just every single time he would go.
Fucking Beavis and Butthead laugh.
And every single time he would do that laugh, I would start fucking laughing, crying. Because I was like, there's no fucking way that this dude is laughing at the Borderlands movie.
There's a part in that movie where like the only time any of us, it was like all of us were laughing at the same time and we couldn't stop. And it was like this scene, it was this scene where this like younger version of one of the main characters, like her family's getting fucking murdered and like everyone's getting assassinated. And I don't know why, but we were all cry laughing that entire segment and we couldn't stop.
Hey, spoilers for the Borderlands movie, by the way, guys.
Oh, yeah.
It is really funny that, like, they're trying to be like, yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, who is 10 years older than Cate Blanchett, took care of Cate Blanchett when she was, like, 10.
0 sense.
Dude, when people told me Jamie Lee Curtis was in the movie, I thought they were, like, joking and talking about Cate Blanchett because she looked like Jamie Lee Curtis. And so I was like, oh, okay, it's a joke. And then Jamie Lee Curtis showed up, and I was like, I lost my mind.
They show her, and she just got her boobs out and everything.
Yeah, it was...
At one point, behind me, there was the guy on the very, very like left side with his girlfriend, and on the other side there was another guy with his girlfriend.
In between them is your friend,
and right in between them was Ferds, my friend Ferds. And at one point, the guy on the very, very back right gets up and his pants were at his ankles. And I turn around and I see that and I'm like, what the fuck?
He's hanging a hog for Randy?
No one's gonna fucking believe this, but there was 2 separate groups of people behind us.
The dudes were getting hand jobs
to Borderlands.
They were hanging a hog to Randy.
Both guys in the back, left and right, were getting hand jobs. And that's what I wasn't hearing him laughing at Claptrap. I was hearing him moaning. Dude, there was one guy, and Ferds was in the middle of it, and he was pissing himself laughing the entire fucking movie because he was in between 2 guys getting hand jobs.
He was in between 2 hard places. Oh my God! Ferds was in between Schlock and a hard place.
Oh my God, dude, it's insane. It actually sounds like a lie.
It doesn't sound real. Yeah,
it doesn't sound real, but it was.
The only reason I trust this is because the both of you are corroborating this, which means
I have witnesses too. I can bring people in.
Yeah, we have 10 people that saw this.
We have to have the trial of the century for this story.
Yeah, where it's 12 angry men at the fucking Borderlands.
12 horny men.
Oh, 12 horny.
It's 12 half-hearted hand jobs at the Borderlands movie.
Look, you can't even be mad about it because like that is exactly what Randy would have wanted. Like if
Randy,
that is what he wanted.
That's why he's gonna put the Hawk 2A in Borderlands 4.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I've had that joke told to me like 18 times, and at this point I'm so tired, dude. I'm so tired.
I saw somebody tweet. They were like, Borderlands 4 is legitimately gonna have Skibbity Riz toilet humor in it, and I'm not ready for that information to be unlocked.
No, it won't. It won't. I played Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 has 2012 internet humor in it. They're going to do 2016 internet humor in Borderlands 4.
Get ready for Harambe joke.
Oh, we're 8 years behind.
They're going to show a picture of Lilith, and it's going to have "Will she say it" underneath of it, and then she will.
What? I don't even know what 2016 had.
Harambe.
It had that boy.
Well, let me tell you about a little word. It's about 6 letters.
Go to the polls.
Will she say it?
What did she say?
Will she say it?
Say what? A slur?
Yeah. I like your thought process.
I swear to God, because I thought there was something she legitimately. I remember watching the movie and being like, Jesse. What was so funny about it was that my buddy Jesse was beside me, and he's like this insane Borderlands expert. Fan. So anytime something in the movie was like incorrect, he would like poke me, and he'd be like, "That's not what happens."
You got poked a lot. Right. You got poked.
I did, yeah.
And
I was like, "This is if there's any gaming movie where I don't care, it's this one."
You know who else got poked a lot?
You know. They weren't doing back shots at Borderlands.
Shots at Borderlands. Oh God, dude.
You turn around, there's like 12 people and they're all having sex.
I would not be. There's nothing else you can really do watching that movie.
What's more insane, actually, is this is the first time that a Borderlands fan has gone to a movie and had their penis touched.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't think they were fans. I think they probably just saw that the movie was doing so poorly.
that they knew that they could get a hand job at a theater.
And then, then directly in front of them is 10 people.
10 chuckle fucks.
And a guy between them.
The most chuckle fuck people of all time.
Oh my god. It's so funny watching like a tragedy happen on screen and we're all cry laughing and we can't stop.
And behind you just hear the soft thwip of the penis.
The soft thwip. The thing is, you're the one that started laughing.
I know. It was so...
You literally saw this crying child going, Mama! And you were like...
I lost
laughing.
it. Dude, the delivery in that scene is so ass.
Lila's family is dying and you're laughing. You're laughing.
You were fucking cry laughing, and the entire row started laughing. At one point, Matt turns to me and he's like, "I snuck this in here." And I was like, he handed me a
Mickey of Captain Morgan.
I was like, you know what? You're so fucking true for this.
We're passing it around the entire row, taking shots and laughing.
I didn't even know until the very, very end that he just went like, "Here, we all deserve this." So that was our awesome Borderlands experience.
It was a very immersive movie. We had the splash zone in the back, you know.
Oh god.
What would you rate the movie on a scale from 1 to 10?
Dude, I don't think it makes the cut. I don't think it makes the fucking rankings. It's so bad.
I gotta buy the Blu-ray. Me personally, I gotta buy the 4K Blu-ray with Claptrap on it.
There's a scene where they're in a vehicle and the vehicle drowns in shit. Literal shit. This is not a bit.
It's piss, isn't it?
Is it piss?
It's
Oh my god.
Piss Wash Gully. And then like Tiny Tina, the child character, rolls down the window, gets covered in like scalding hot piss, and the psycho yells,
Yeah.
"Golden shower!"
Yes.
And you're like, yeah, that's great,
Yeah.
man.
That did not happen.
Oh, that's right. You weren't there yet. It did
No, I must
happen.
have been there if Tina was there. There's no fucking way if they said golden shower.
They did.
I mean, if Tina was there, yes, 100%.
Tina was at the beginning of the movie, and then you get all of Lilith's "I'm too old for this shit." Lilith goes and
Okay.
gets Tina.
So I did miss it.
Lilith goes and gets Tina.
Yeah.
They have like a fight that looks like a Spy
Yeah,
Kids.
yeah.
It looks like a Robbie.
It looked like
a
Spy
Rob-
Kids. That is like
It
the
looked like Spy
perfect.
Kids.
It did.
The entire movie looks like fucking Spy Kids, bro.
Hey, that's mean to Spy Kids.
I'm the guy.
I was waiting for Elijah Wood to come out and say, "I'm the guy." I was just waiting for it.
True. To be fair, Randy couldn't make better than Spy Kids.
The other thing I was thinking was like how much this movie would be improved if Jack Black didn't try to do the Claptrap voice and he just was Jack Black.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like how much the movie was worse because he was trying to do a Claptrap voice.
I don't know if it would.
I don't want to sound ageist to this movie, but like watching Kate Blanchett be whatever that redheaded character's name was, it just felt so off because she was like, she looked like a 50-year-old woman. I was like, you can't.
I don't think the age was ever like watching it myself. I was like, the age isn't the problem. The problem is that it's horribly written. You could make Gilf City work. You could. You could make Gilf City prosper. Gilf City could have so many.
No wonder these
citizens,
guys are getting jerked off.
right? Like
Girlfriend or grandma?
Grandma.
You can make Gilf City prosper. You can make it a prosperous utopia of Gilfs.
Prosper.
All right.
Oh,
Utilitarian utopia of Gilfs. All right. You could make it work. The problem is hey, you knew nobody cared.
Oh, fuck.
Nobody gave a damn about their presence on screen. It was immediately
Of
like,
course not.
this is a paycheck job. We get in, we get the big paycheck. They're paying us way too much for this. We get out. And B, they immediately try to like resolve the grandma, like the older Kate Blanchett problem by having her say, "I'm too old for this" at the beginning of the movie in the bar scene when you're introduced to her.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's just a terrible.
Her entire character was that.
Why didn't you just get a different actor? Like, I don't understand.
You could still tell a good story if this was literally just a cool road trip style movie. If this was a cool road trip movie, you could fix literally everything because you just have to do bits and get them to the destination.
I think oh god, this is turning into pondering spooky tapes. What the hell? But real quick,
This was
I
a
think
horror
that
movie.
There is one thing. Yeah, it was. There's one thing that I will say: the reshoots to make it PG-13 probably destroyed this movie even harder.
They reshot it?
Of course they did, because it was supposed to be extremely gory, right? Because Eli Roth...
Yeah, at least with the gore, you could watch like the hyper-violent Borderlands stuff and be like, all right, okay, this fits with the aesthetic.
I thought it was like kind of tame, yeah.
Because it was PG-13, but apparently like Eli Roth was saying something about having the movie be like really gory shots, and then it just became I'm sorry.
Felt it on the back of your neck.
Oh God,
He's right behind you.
He's right behind me, isn't he? Oh,
he's coming right behind me. No, I don't know what I'd rate it obviously very low, but I will say like because it ended up being PG-13, I'm sure like I really feel at that point that movie is not for us. Like it is for children, and children will probably enjoy it to some capacity.
I don't even know.
I don't think they did.
I don't even know because it was really fucking boring.
It was very boring. There was the whole main arc of that movie is that they're looking for like 3 keys, right?
Yeah.
And I remember they have the first key.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised you remember because I barely remember. I was so fucking bored.
I mean, that's part of the game.
I remember because like there was a point during this like arc or like this part of the movie where I was like, oh, thank God, because they have 1 key and then they spend a huge portion of the movie finding the second key. And I think I looked over to like Jesse or something, and I was like, if they have to find the 3rd key, I'm leaving. And they basically, as soon as they found the second key, they're like, oh shit, we already have the 3rd key. We're done.
Oh, that's right.
We're done.
I remember that. Okay.
I literally clapped and I was like, thank God.
Hey, spoilers for the Borderlands movie, by the way.
Don't go.
I still think about the way that originally they were going to call the Borderlands game Pandora, and Game Informer straight up told them, hey, don't do that. So they changed the name of the game.
Why didn't they call it Pandora?
Pandora?
Yeah, because one of the Game Informer's editor-in-chief is literally the reason why, is because he made up some stuff about not wanting to rate the game because they already talked about too many games that month that started with P. So they changed the name because of that, and Borderlands is born. I put the original it was on Game Informer because Game Informer died, unfortunately. Fortunately, depending on how you feel about it. And they had like a big ending.
Weird.
Yeah, it was originally going to be called Pandora, but they made up some bullshit about like, we didn't want to call it, we didn't want to talk about the game because it was called Pandora. And he was also like, this name sucks, dude.
I don't think it sucks though. It's a totally fine name.
Borderlands is a really good name for a game though.
Isn't Pandora like the world from Avatar or some shit?
It is also the world from Planet. Yeah.
No, Pandora is also the name of the world in Borderlands.
Oh, so it's in Borderlands and it's in Avatar.
Did you not pay attention to the fucking movie?
Did you not play the game?
Watch the lore when Lilith is like, I hate this crap hole Pandora, the planet Pandora where I come from.
I thought it was called like Vault City or some shit.
I love those games.
Vault City is the place where Muse plays. Oh my God.
Oh, I forgot.
Vault City is from Fallout 2.
Vault City is from Fallout 2.
Was it Vault? Ah, fuck. I don't know.
That's
At one
Fallout
point,
2.
they
Fake gamers.
a fucking supermassive black hole played, and I started
Wait, did
laughing
Supermassive
so
Black
loud.
Hole play in the movie?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
It's a 10 out of 10. That's honestly all I need.
I had flashbacks to Twilight.
You know what? Maybe we're the worst.
We were very disruptive in that theater, to be honest.
We were awful.
We got to start giving hand jobs. These guys are too goofy.
I would have been a lot more quiet if I was getting a hand job, just saying.
Oh, bro.
Would have kept to myself, you know.
Great fucking... It was a great day, though. Howdy! This episode of Please Stop Talking is brought to you by Fitbod. If you follow me on Twitter, you've probably seen me talk about my fitness and weight loss journey since 2021. I've lost a total of 30 pounds so far, but since I started using Fitbod, that actually went down another 5. And it's all thanks to the app keeping me accountable and giving me fresh, curated exercises every time I go to the gym. I've never been really good at keeping up with a workout plan, but Fitbod makes it really easy by giving me a personalized workout routine based on my goals, fitness level, and available equipment within the time restraints I have. Some days I just don't have the time to drive to my gym, so I just set the app to body weight only, take my yoga mat out, and I get to lunging and crunching and squatting my way towards my fitness goals. It also tracks my muscle recovery so I don't burn myself out, and has over 1,000 demonstration videos so I can always make sure that I'm working the right areas and not getting hurt. Lock in and stay focused. focused. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app free for 7 days at fitbod.me/PST. That's fitbod.me/PST. And hey, if you try Fitbod out, check out hashtag SMMWorkout on Twitter. That's where I post all my workouts. Let's keep each other motivated. And now, back to the show. So we go to a bar. We have a lot of cocktails. We eat a lot of different foods, whatever. And Rat just has an allergic reaction at one point, and he's completely red and wheezing.
Yeah, we still don't know what it was. I have to go get a test done at some point.
This is at the very end of the night. It's like 2 a.m. And we had to call an ambulance because you actually were having like a lot of trouble breathing, and we were getting really worried.
Yeah, I was like, don't call the ambulance, please. I don't want to pay for it. I'm like drunk out of my mind.
Bro, you're Canadian. Calm down, brother.
Yeah, I forgot.
You're good. You're good. We'll call an ambulance.
Yeah, if it was me in America having the allergic reaction, I would have grabbed a pen tube and just stabbed it into my throat. I'm like, I can breathe, okay.
I never needed a pen before. I didn't even know I was allergic to some things.
It was weird because I remember everybody that was at the bar at that time was so fucking wasted.
Yeah.
And I was like, I will accompany Rad in the fucking ambulance.
Boo was trying to find your fucking phone too for a while.
I know. I was in the ambulance and you were strapped in. They were asking you questions, and at one point, like, I don't know if you were just really drunk, but you turned to me and you said, Randy did this, and I was like, what the fuck? I don't know what happened when you were inside, but the nurses just like brought me, they were like bringing me around, and like they brought me to triage, and then they were asking me questions about you, and I was so fucking drunk. Like,
what did he do tonight? I don't know. He saw Borderlands.
The entire time I was just like, I gotta sober up to answer these genuinely important questions.
Lock in.
At one point, dude, I had to lock in, and she was asking all these questions like, what did he have? What did he do? Like, I was trying so hard, but I knew I was slurring my words, and I knew I was having like, I was like standing up by like holding myself up, like, I could stand up, but I knew I had the little wiggle, you know?
Yeah.
the little wave I was
Slightly
doing.
holding your balance.
At one point, she asked me a question and I answer it, and she just says, "Sir, are you intoxicated?" I felt like such a fucking asshole when she said that.
We were all intoxicated.
I know, but I just, in my head, I was like, oh God, I look like such an idiot. I look like such a moron. I was honest as fuck with her. I was just like, ma'am,
I had to watch the Borderlands movie.
ma'am, it was it was Randy, ma'am.
Ma'am, it was Randy.
Randy got me again.
I don't know what happened in my brain that made me think it was a good idea, but I started listing everything I drank that night to prove to her that I drank too much.
That I am drunk.
I had this many beers. I had this many shots. I did this. And I was just enumerating everything. And at one point, she was just like, "It's okay. I believe you."
Listen, like,
Could have just said, yeah, a little.
Yeah, a little.
She wouldn't have believed me. I was fucked.
Having the allergic reaction wasn't even like a big deal for me, but the ride from the ambulance to the hospital was probably like 5-10 minutes, and I get incredibly motion sick in cars when I'm drunk.
It was not 5 minutes, dude.
Dude, it was something like that. Dude, I was coasting. It was like 2 minutes. It was like 2 minutes, right?
Really? Dude, why am I fucking arguing? I was so drunk.
Well, if you're saying it was shorter, it felt really short. So it was very short. But I got the most motion sick I've ever felt in my life. So they thought I was dying, and I was like, no, I just need to throw up. And they give me a bag to put my mouth over. And so I put it over my fucking mouth, and I'm breathing into it. They're like, don't breathe into it. Don't breathe into it. And I was like, oh my God, why? I don't know what's happening.
Oh, because it was a bag for vomit.
Yeah. I was like, I'm trying to throw up. What do you mean?
The craziest part is there's a guy that just like lost a leg at one point that I just saw. That fucked me up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was really drunk. There was just a guy that got into dude, I saw so much shit at like 4 a.m. 3 a.m.
Billy told me this, and he's like, yeah, you slept right through it. And I was like, hell yeah. I was tired.
You slept right through it, but the guy next to you like just had a giant stab wound.
Oh yeah, I could hear him complaining when I woke up.
I didn't realize, and I was just fucking with you. Like I was in his room and there was somebody else, and if you die, you should give me your YouTube channel. Ha 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 ha. Just like all these fucking clown ass jokes that I told him. No, I mean at that point, Rad was fine. He was totally fine.
Oh yeah, I was normal.
I'm just imagining you in the middle of a hospital, surrounded by hospital beds, just like, if you die, bro, and there's like people just bleeding out on the ground.
The thing is, there was a guy behind us, and I didn't realize there was a guy because it was like fully quiet. And then Rad eventually fell asleep because I don't know what the fuck drugs they gave you. They probably gave you.
They just gave me epinephrine, but it was so late and we were so intoxicated that I just like kind of crashed.
You just passed out, and I wanted to make sure you were okay, so I just kind of I sat next to you like for like 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
At one point behind you, I just hear.
Was this the other guy or is that me?
No, it was the other guy. I turn around and there's this guy with a giant stab wound, fucking with blood everywhere, and I was just like, "Holy shit, dude! What?" That's the thing that made me leave because I was like, I've seen a gash tonight. I need to go. I have also, as I get out, the others were in the triage waiting room, and we just hear, "Oh my leg!" Just some dude screaming about his leg. The dude like mangled leg, and I was just drunk as fuck thinking like, oh my god, I need to leave. I can't stay here. It was fucking freaky, man.
I personally had a great time. But I got if they give you an epinephrine to like deal with an allergic reaction, they're like, you have to stay for 4 hours. And I think about 3 hours in, I was ready to go. So I was very irresponsible. I got up, I took off all the shit they had on my body. I took out the IV. I walked up to like a nurse and I was like, hey, I want to go home. And they're like, okay, let us just have the doctor come talk to you. And I was like, okay. So I waited like 5 minutes for the doctor to come talk to me. They're like, okay, you're sure you're good, blah, blah, blah. We're going to give you a prescription for an EpiPen. And I was like, okay. But then they didn't come back for like another 20 minutes. So at that point I was like, oh. And I'm in a hospital I've never been in before in a province that I just moved to. I'm like, okay, I just walked out. Walked out and called an Uber.
You walked out before the EpiPen?
I did it because I knew I was going to get one from my family doctor. So I actually have a prescription for one to go pick up.
Oh, okay. That's good.
You took an IV out by yourself?
Yeah, it was really gross looking and weird, but yeah.
That's the bravest thing you might be the bravest boy.
That's like waking up in 28 days later.
I was so hungover and so tired, and like it was like now light outside, and I had this guy with a stab wound. I saw another dude that had his face kicked in so hard that like he was swollen all over. And then like apparently someone lost their leg. Everybody was waiting for me to get back to my apartment because they were all staying awake. So I was like, I have to get back. I want to go sleep in my own bed. I'm not sleeping in the hospital. And so yeah, I pulled that shit out. I dined and dashed.
I would have just, if I was hungover, I would have just taken the fluids. I would have just.
There was no fluids too. That was the worst part. They had an IV in me and they had nothing connected to it. I was like, why is this even in here?
At least give you fluids. At least.
Like hydrate me at least. Like do something.
That would have helped like.
Yeah, so if they had me on fluids, I'd be like, all right, once the bag is empty, then I'm going to start asking some real questions.
I know, I was pissed. I couldn't believe it.
But then again, like, American healthcare system, if I was in the hospital, I'm like, all right, I'm going to be in debt for the rest of my life. I'm going to make it worth it. Bring me the hospital food.
Ew, I don't know about hospital food.
Bring me that disgusting slab of, like, cold pizza. Give me that nasty corn.
Give me my slop, Randy.
I'm the dirty piggy. I'm getting into the sty. Fucking feed me that slime.
I'm a dirty pig. Give me my slop.
I'm not eating until you get me the trow, you fucking asshole.
You have to give me the truff, and you have to give it to me now. I deserve it.
Oh, yes, baby. Give me the truff.
So why do you guys sell a truff in the hospital gift shop? I mean, if you want to be a dirty little piggy at home, you can do that too.
So yeah, that was Borderlands the movie.
Yeah, great experience. You know, I tortured myself in a theater only to get tortured in an ambulance for like thank you, Randy, thank you for making that movie and then announcing Borderlands 4.
Let's be honest, like 100%, this was all Randy's fault. Like, because we still don't know what you're allergic to. It was probably the fucking photon rays from the
I legitimately
the light rays from the movie.
Yeah,
the light particles
from the movie.
I legitimately don't know what it is. I think I have a inkling as to what it is because we smoke cigarettes from a reserve, and so they're not as they're not as packaged as professionally as like government issued cigarettes. And
you think there might have been some fuck shit in there?
Maybe like just randomly something by accident that I am technically allergic to.
Just a bunch of salvia in there. Just
I mean, no. If it was salvia, I'd be having a great time. That's crazy.
A great time.
A great time.
It depends how much salvia, depends which company, depends a lot of things, you know?
Yeah. So it's all about the strain, man. What strain did you hit?
Yo,
bro?
what strain of salvia?
You on indica salvia or you on salvia?
Did I talk about when I thought Roger from American Dad was going to kill me?
What do you mean?
Is he real?
Podcast?
Is he real?
So, okay. Well, salvia was mentioned, and I immediately thought of the story.
You did salvia?
Well, okay. So a bunch of high school.
Wait, what?
Okay, I have to say this story.
Look at him. Of course he's done salvia.
All right. So I was living with my mom. I was just going into college, and a bunch of like people that I knew from high school moved in. My mom lived in these townhomes, these condos that were all in one big. They were basically just apartments, but they had 2 floors. So she called them townhomes. I don't know what you call them specifically, but essentially a bunch of people from high school that I knew moved into the one next door. And I saw them one day, and it's like, oh, Brennan, you're cool. You should come and party with us. And I was like, okay. So later that night, I go over there, and they have this giant, ridiculous bong, and they're all taking hits from it. They reload it, and then they hand it to me and light it up and say, here you go, Brendan. And they're all laughing and smirking. And I'm like, all right, I'm not a big weed head, but you know what? Okay, I can walk right home.
That's fucking evil, man.
So I took like 3 hits out of this, and I sit there. And I start just like my brain just starts going, you're going to die here, Brendan. You're going to die here. They're going to get you, Brendan. You're going to die here. And I'm like, hey, guys, I know the pizza's cooking, but I'm going to go home real quick. I may be back. We'll see. And I like caveman. I get on all 4s and I like run to the door because I'm like, if I walk human, they'll know. And I
what
don't
do you fucking mean if I walk human, they'll know?
But my brain immediately, if I walk human, they'll know. So I like get on all 4s and scamper over the door, open it up, go outside, and I start like hearing.
I howl.
Like, no, I don't howl, but I start like just hearing animal noises and chittering that I don't think is there. So it's just a lot of like
wolves. What's wrong with you, man?
What the fuck is wrong with you? What the hell?
And I'm like, what did they do? What did they do to me? I think they gave me salvia because I ran over to my house. I turn on the TV. I swaddle myself in a blanket and I start watching American Dad. And at one point, Roger turns and looks directly at the screen, Roger from American Dad, and says, I'm going to kill you now. And I thought he was trying to crawl out of the TV to get me. So I had to scream. I had to call a friend.
Like the girl from The Ring.
Yeah, I was going to say this dude lived the worst version of The Ring you've ever heard.
Roger from American Dad. I thought he was going to pop out of the TV and kill me.
So it has the same vibes as Julian being so high and having a bad trip and watching a King of the Hill and going,
I can't handle the conflict of King of the Hill.
The conflict of King of the Hill. Literally the same.
No, that's real though. Like that's a real thing even when you're not high. The conflict in that show is like insane.
Bro, sometimes things happen to Bill Dauterive and you just can't handle.
Sometimes Peggy has to like prove a point and I can't watch the show.
Sometimes they got that kid that says dusty old bones full of green dust and you're like, oh god, that's me now. I have dusty old bones full of green dust.
I'm a dusty old boned. Oh god, I'm the dusty boy.
I had to call a friend and they had to come over and like calm me down because apparently I was almost like yelling on the verge of waking up my parents upstairs.
I wonder if it was salvia because that should last like 5 minutes. Usually.
I have no idea. All I know is I was freaking out.
You definitely got laced with something, though.
It was crazy. Not weed. I had weed before, and all weed had made me want to do was watch Farscape and eat pizza.
Now that's a good evening, buddy.
No, it's about the strain, though, man. It's
all about the strain, you know.
It's all about the strain.
That's all, you gotta get the right strain.
You probably took some dog shit strain.
That was actually called OG Fucked Up and Crazy. OG Kush Fucked Up and Crazy. That's why you were fucked up and crazy, bro.
Oh, there you go.
They gave me Joker weed. Oh no.
They gave you the Joker
the Joker strain.
American Dad to me is just regular dad. You wouldn't get it.
It's a good one.
Are you guys ready for
Patreon questions?
Yeah.
Patreon questions. All right. If you're part of the $5 and above tiers on our Patreon, you can ask a question for the Patreon Q&A.
Ooh, Skelicopter asks, what is your favorite strangest meal combo? I finally get to talk about this in the podcast.
Oh, no.
When I was a kid in school, they used to give you a little cup of chili, a cinnamon roll, and a vegetable. And to this day, I will still ask for cinnamon rolls whenever chili is made because I like to dip them in the chili.
Oh, man.
In the past, I remember you telling me that, and I said, ew, freak, shut up.
Did you try it?
No, I didn't, but I know that some chili has cinnamon in it. So that's why it's not that crazy to me anymore.
And it's just like sweet cornbread. It's a sweet and a savory. You're just dipping the cinnamon roll in the chili. There's nothing crazy about it.
I
It's
mean,
just
some chili also has like brown sugar in it. So that's why in the past I would have told you were fucked up and crazy. I don't anymore. I like dipping mini cucumbers in yellow mustard.
Okay, you should die.
What the fuck? I don't fucking like that. You should kill yourself.
I love that picture. This is a hard one. I don't know. I'm a fucking regular guy when it comes to eating food. I would have to think like really hard.
You ever make a Thanksgiving sandwich?
No,
What's a Thanksgiving sandwich? Are you like
It's
cranberry?
mashed potatoes, corn, gravy, and a little piece of turkey in a bun.
Oh, that's so normal.
That's kind of like a hot chicken sandwich almost, like in concept.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they don't know what a hot chicken sandwich is, though.
Dude, they have one at Restaurant Miami in Montreal, Canada.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, like, when you say to somebody hot chicken sandwich, they're gonna think it's like a spicy chicken sandwich.
you guys-
but
It's going to be like a hot beef, right?
It's chicken.
the fuck is a hot beef?
It's a hot beef. You get a hot beef, you get a hot beef.
So it's like 2 pieces of bread, and in it is chicken, and then like a bunch of gravy on top, and then peas.
Yeah, it's
on
like
top.
a hot beef.
Yeah.
But with chicken.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
Okay, if we're talking about things that you make like that, can I talk about the slider dogs at the fucking Progressive Stadium? Dude, I love slider dogs.
What's a slider dog?
A slider dog is a hot dog covered in mac and cheese, a little bit of bacon, and fucking
That sounds good
Fruit
though.
Loops.
I'd eat that. Okay, well.
I knew it was the Fruit Loop thing.
No.
I was like thinking about it. I was like, isn't there a weird Fruit Loop thing?
It's the
dude,
fruit-
of course you're the freak.
Fucking no, hey.
Bro,
Everything
freak.
about that was good until the Fruit Loops.
These guys hate sweet breadcrumbs on their mac and cheese.
I could get it. I could get the crunch.
Dude,
I could understand it.
That's a
Loops
savory
become
meal.
Fucking paste.
Yeah.
No, Fruit
the
Loops
sweet
become
with the savory.
paste.
No, they don't.
You get the sweet with the savory. I understand this.
They put them on as a topping, brother. They don't like mix it in. It's like here's a hot dog, here's a dollop.
Do you
of
make this
fucking
yourself, or do you order this?
No, you eat this at
Yeah.
a baseball game.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, like, I imagine you going up and asking for this at a stadium, and they just think you're psychotic. Like,
No,
they have no idea.
it's a Cleveland staple.
That's the most stadium food of all time.
That is
if you go to a
diabolical.
Guardians game, you gotta have a slider dog.
It's so weird, man. I don't know.
Can I get a slider dog, no Fruit Loops, please?
Yeah, what are you, a pussy?
Yeah.
It's because it's a stand for a restaurant in Cleveland called the Happy Dog, where whenever you go, their menu is a little like test Scantron sheet where you just circle in the dot of anything that you want on a hot dog, and they have like really weird shit. Fuck it, man. Put peanut butter on my hot dog.
Oh, it's like going to
I
it's like
see.
going to Yokato, where you get to like just circle everything you want.
I
want
want to go to Yokato. What the hell?
I'm dieting until December. So.
I've also been dieting.
Yeah, we'll go in December when I'm done.
Sam.
I don't have one. I think everything I eat is pretty normal.
Actually, I'm normal. You guys are fucked up. Don't talk to me.
That's the other hard thing about like some food things though too, is like sometimes you don't know you're not normal until somebody point, like the cinnamon roll thing. I didn't know until I was like 25 that was weird.
I'm trying to really think, like, I mean, like I used to eat like peanut butter and cheese whiz as a kid, like on a sandwich. Is that weird?
That's kind of normal. That's
that's-
kind of normal.
Kind of no, I'd say that's kind of weird.
Okay, we're like right on the we're riding the
Ew.
line.
I hate cheese whiz, dude.
You can get peanut butter crackers, and that's peanut butter in between 2 cheese crackers. I fundamentally understand peanut butter and cheese.
Yeah, kind of worked out, you know.
Yeah, peanut butter and cheese crackers.
The one thing my sisters would do was maple and cheese whiz, and I thought that was way too much.
See, that's too sweet.
Pull and cheese. Yeah, that's a little weird.
It's so sweet.
I feel like peanut butter is like a muted sweetness, whereas like the maple syrup is going to be like straight sweet. That's like my grandma with her sandwiches.
it's not just that though, because it was like it was like a crepe. So a crepe is already like fucking super sweet. So they would have a crepe, cheese whiz, maple syrup on top, roll it, and then they would eat that. It's like doubling up on sweetness and a tiny bit of salt. And I always thought that was
I actually think
Yeah,
that
that's
might be
like that's
okay.
like when my grandma used to make candy sandwiches.
Oh, what?
candy sandwiches.
How do you have 2?
Okay, a candy sandwich, my grandma used to make them. It's marshmallow fluff spread on one piece of bread, cream cheese frosting spread on the other piece of bread, And then marshmallows and the
That's
dots.
so
You can buy like a
much.
box of dots, and then you put the dots
that's
on there,
so
and then you
much.
grill it, and then you eat it.
Grill it?
Yeah, you like grill it to make the bread like crispy and to melt the marshmallows on top of the marshmallow fluff.
That's so fucking nasty, dude. That's the worst thing I ever heard, Brandon.
I thought you were gonna talk about fucking fairy bread or something.
No,
That's
fairy bread is
not-
different.
Because fairy bread is pretty normal. I'm pretty sure like it's a thing in Australia and New Zealand. Like just
it's just isn't it just toast, butter,
bread with butter and fucking. I mean, it's not sugar. It's those little sprinkles, right?
like sprinkles. We used to make
It's just like
we used to make like
bread, butter, and sprinkles.
if you're a poor kid, you probably know like if you want something sweet, you toast a piece of bread, you put butter on it with sugar and cinnamon, and that's it.
Oh, I mean that's like a classic though. When you go get a beaver tail after a fucking day of skiing, usually that's what they do.
Do they know what beaver tails are?
I just realized how fucking psychotic.
How fucking
that
Canadian
sounded.
you were in that moment.
I mean,
It's a
When I go
pastry.
get
It's a
a beaver
pastry.
tail, if you know what I mean.
no, I mean a beaver tail is just like this. It's just this like flat pastry. That's it.
That's
it's just a
it.
flat pastry, and you just put things on it. That's it.
It's deep fried pastry, flat, and they put a bunch of toppings and seasoning on the top. It's really good.
It's usually like because they always sell it at ski resorts. I don't know why I said resorts. They're not
They
resorts.
sell it everywhere, dude. They sell it literally anywhere they can get their grubby mitts on. They try to sell beaver tails.
Not
in
really,
Canada.
because they kind of stopped doing as well, and a lot of beaver tails closed, and now
Ottawa
the
was
one
thriving. Ottawa was crazy when I was there.
yeah, because it was invented in Ottawa.
Yeah, they love that
wasn't it?
shit. That's like their
Yeah, Beaver
national
Tails was
food.
in Ottawa.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
They love beaver tails.
if I had a beaver tail right now in front of me, just basic ass cinnamon and sugar, I'd go I'd destroy.
I'd go
that
ham.
thing.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Oh, it's
It's
so
actually it
good.
is actually like insanely delicious. It's very frustrating to eat something like that.
Because the thing is, it's not like a heavy dough. It's like it's a very light dough. So when you crunch into it, it's not. It looks like it's thick, but it's not like thick.
Okay, I
It's
am on a
fluffy.
diet.
Dude,
Billy, come on.
I'm sorry. It's just so good, man. It's just so good.
It is very good.
My favorite part of dieting is you get to only eat chicken.
Do you have to diet? You're so tall. Like I feel like it just
I was 280 pounds. I'm down like 25 pounds.
Holy shit.
So I'm down to 255 now. Yeah, I have
Nice.
to lose weight. Yeah. I've been dieting and working out for the last like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I've lost like 25 pounds. I'm going through
gotta
it.
get you down here. We'll go bench together.
Yeah, I gotta word some muscle mass.
Lift.
I lost 30 and then I lost another 10 recently.
God damn.
I've been dieting for a while as well.
It was really hard. It was really hard in April when Bubby died, and then like I basically stopped dieting for a whole month with the wife, and they were like, "We got to get back on track. We got to do this shish."
The shish.
That's the thing, right? I find it hard for me to get fucking motivated sometimes, if I'm honest. Like dude, sometimes I just don't want to I just want to have 5 beers and chill, but also one beer is like 300 calories if it's like a pint, and it's like
What I ended up starting to do was like whenever I go on a diet, I cut beer out completely and I only drink vodka. I have to drink something.
It's potatoes and they're good for you.
Yeah, they're good for you. But it just it's such a lower calorie intake in comparison, and then you just fill it up with like a bunch of diet soda or something, and then you got a big old drink that you can suck on.
I didn't think about that, but I might do that.
Clear spirits are the way to go. They're always the lowest in calories.
I found another one, but I already picked one. So Fuckaroni Pizza asks, did any of y'all or know someone who had a toy that scared you as a kid? That or any just weird ways you used to play with toys as a kid? I used to have this Scooby-Doo alarm clock, and whenever I woke up and it would go off, I would grab it, bash it against the wall multiple times, and then put it back on because I just would always wake up angry. But it worked for like a full 3 years, and I would wake up, grab it, start smacking it against the floor, and throw it against the wall, and be like, "All right, heck yeah, time to get on the bus and start my day."
Didn't we already do this question?
Did we?
I'm pretty sure we did.
I have a good answer for it though. How vulgar am I allowed to be? I'm gonna try to keep it very professional.
Fuck off. Go vulgar.
Okay.
Who cares?
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I used to know this other kid that liked to hump Barbie dolls. Like he would take their clothes off and he would hump
What?
them.
Oh, dude.
What?
He would lay them on
What?
he would lay them on their backs and then hump them.
You unlocked a horrible memory.
You were that friend. That's crazy.
Okay, no.
I just want to finish the final part of the story. There was one time he got in trouble because he ended up this is a real story. He ended up humping Tickle Me Elmo to completion.
What?
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Level.
You know what was
That's crazy.
You know what was crazy though? This kid knew to like go to his room to do that shit. That was crazy.
I know what I'm doing in the VIP theater for the Minecraft movie.
To completion is insane, dude. What the fuck?
I don't like that. Like, I wasn't even that old, so that I knew what that even was at the time was like a little sus. But like, yeah, that happened.
Man,
it was crazy.
Of all the fucking where the fuck do you get a Tickle Me Elmo when you're at age to do that?
No, he wasn't. Like, he was just. I don't know. It was. We were in Nova Scotia, so who knows? There's like a weird air.
Everybody from Canada listened to that and just went,
"Oh yeah,
yeah, I see."
It's the sea air, you know, like the seawater and shit. It messes with your mind.
Seawater, dude. It's like the lighthouse, but with Tickle Me Elmo.
You're not cleaning that shit out either, right? Like that's getting thrown out now. Your mom's got to buy you another Tickle Me Elmo.
Or it can be like the Webkinz milk rabbit.
Ew, what?
Sucking the milk off of it and making a wet thud on the wall.
Oh my God.
What thud of the Tickle Me Elmo?
You unlocked a memory of, I don't know why the humping Barbie doll thing, but the humping thing unlocked a memory of, I had a friend in high school. I have talked about it on the podcast before, but he had 3 fingers and he had these small arms on each arm. They were about down to your elbow. They weren't like, he had basically 2 arms down to your elbow and he had 3 fingers on each arm. And one day I went over to his house to play, I think he wanted to play Operation Flashpoint on the 360. And he wanted me to like watch him play it because he loved those like military shooters.
Delta Force.
And I'm like watching him play it. I'm hanging out. I'm like petting his dog. And it's like, oh yeah, do you want to know how I jack off? I was like, yeah,
hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
I take out my notepad and I say yes.
not really, dude. And he's like, oh yeah, let me just give you an example. So I have this sock, and he grabs a sock, and he's like, oh yeah, so I just put this thing on, and I just roll around on my bed until I'm done.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I roll around in my bed until I'm done.
He's just like, yeah, I roll around on my bed until he didn't demonstrate it. He just was like, oh yeah. I think it was just it was a funny edgy thing because like I was thinking about it the other day, and I think about the like high school presentation I made with him and another friend where we did a history presentation where we did a Joseph Stalin rap where they made me write the rap out and perform it as Joseph Stalin, and then he dressed up as Hitler and put a Hitler mustache on one of his little fingers and put it on his mouth, and the ending of the project was it zooming in on him going da-na-na, da-na-na.
So I know exactly what that's from too. What do I know?
Cool.
Why do I know that?
Yeah, I was just those burned
Is that the Saw theme?
No, that was ESPN.
It could be anything, honestly. It could be the Saw theme as well. Dude, it's so weird how at that age, like...
Kids were just jerking off into Tickle Me Elmo.
No, everybody, dude, it was crazy. No.
I spent the night at his house a lot. I am pretty sure... one night I was spending the night at his house. I was sleeping on the top bunk in his bedroom.
He was rolling.
Pretty sure he was jerking it while the Tooth Fairy scary movie was on. I'm pretty sure he was jacking off under the blanket because I kept hearing thup, thup, thup. Like I was terrified because that Tooth Fairy movie scared the shit out of me.
Dude, when you're growing up and you're like experimenting and shit, and you're just discovering how jerking off works, and then all the other dudes you're talking to around the same time are just like, "This is how I jerked off," and you're like, "Oh yes, oh yes."
Comparing notes.
Taking notes.
I was legitimately like terrified of that shit because I had to go through 3 different sex ed classes in 8th grade because I moved schools 3 times and all 3 of them were doing sex ed at the time that I moved to that school.
Oh, lucky.
And so I got terrified of this shit until I was like 16, 17 and I was playing The Sims and I was like, oh, boobs, huh?
I remember I was very young, but like just old enough to like kind of really start being into like girls. And we had like me and my buddy had these 2 older girls that we would hang out with sometimes at their place. And we were trying to like, you know, as like pretty young kids trying to like riz them up. And I know. No.
Oh, man.
And so they were like, oh, do you want to
God.
watch a movie? And we were like, yeah, let's watch like Friday the 13th. Let's like watch a scary movie. And we watched the movie. It was like one of the more recent ones at the time. And me and him got so scared we had to go home.
Dude, I remember there was one kid that actually in middle school, I was in math class, and there was this kid that was known for being a weird, I don't know how to put it nicely.
A comer.
Deviant.
Oh, you had a kid jacking off at school.
Yeah.
He just jerked off during, oh God, what the fuck was it?
Study hall?
No, we were watching a movie for cultural studies, and he just straight up jerked it. And the thing is, the teacher literally had to be like, stop stop. Dude, just like straight up. She didn't say anything else. She just said,
so bad.
Stop. We are talking after class. But everybody knew because he was such a coomer.
A coomer.
Coomer.
He's gooning.
You like
he's
force
gooning.
that out.
Yeah, you really didn't want to say coomer.
Like, just fucking, you can tell when someone.
No, he was behind you. He was going, go.
Go. Oh, it's the same guy.
It's the same guy. He followed you.
My like freshman year, we had a kid who would keep jacking off in study hall, and he'd get kicked out for the day, and they wouldn't suspend him. And it happened like
What do you mean,
like
freshman
25
year?
to 30 different times.
More
he just
than
kept
once?
getting. You got to go home. You got to go, and he just kept doing it until he finally like had to talk with the principals, and he got expelled.
That's
like they didn't
so
suspend him; they
funny.
just kept sending him home. And I don't think he was jacking off because he was horny. I think he kept jacking off because like this, I'm gonna get out of class today.
Oh my god.
This is how I get out of class. I
He just
jerk.
kept doing
I
it.
don't-
This is how I get off of class.
Don't want to be here. Time to crank my hog.
What a way to go.
Honestly,
man.
that's a tactic you can use now, currently in your everyday adult life.
I don't want to be in this work meeting. I'm gonna crank my.
Cranking my hog.
I don't want to be in this podcast. Oh my god.
That's a get out of jail free card.
That's a
Dying.
get in jail free card. What are you talking about?
I mean, it depends where.
They got a leaderboard for that kind of crime.
They got a leaderboard. What's it called again?
The fucking sex offender registry.
Oh my god.
That's the leaderboard.
That's an
the fuck?
optimistic way of looking at it, you know.
That's a crazy way to call the sex offender registry.
You're a
the
glass
lead-
half full, kid half full type of guy, you know? Like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, they sealed my record. I called that getting prestige. Like what?
I prestige the prestige. Oh god.
They wiped my record. I gotta start over.
Dude, don't talk to me right now. I'm grinding. Prince. He's barking my hog in public.
I'm on a kill streak right now.
I'm on a kill streak. I'm on a goon streak.
I'm on a goon
Leave
streak,
me
bro.
alone.
I can't believe you got the tactical goon inbound.
I'm a Manjaro.
What's the highest score you can get before they put you in prison for more than 10 years?
Oh my god.
So awful.
Oh fuck.
Fucking horrible. Hey man, Grev asks, what's your favorite type of alien?
The little gray alien. There's nothing better than a little gray alien who wants to like poke his long fingers at you and go.
I agree.
I agree.
I like the generic gray alien.
Gray aliens are good because they just look fucked up.
And they have the high score on account of the probing.
They're on the leaderboard.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a little game where like you live on a farm and like aliens just start to invade and you have to like beat the shit out of them. It's like first person. It's like semi.
Oh, Gray Hill
Oh
Incident.
my
Yeah,
God.
Gray Hill Incident.
Gray Hill Incident is really bad, but yeah.
But it looks so funny.
Isn't all the voice acting just like text to speech?
It's so
Yes.
awful. I played through half of it, and then I was like, "This is so terrible."
That's
All of
I'm
the
so
art is
happy.
AI. All the voices like AI dog shit. It's such a bad game where you get to hit a gray alien with a baseball bat.
Okay, but that's actually hilarious.
yeah. I want to hit their giant fucking heads with a baseball.
I want to hear a fucking splooshy. I want to hear the fucking juice in there just
Yeah.
going blong.
I want to hear the brain bounce against the skull.
I like when aliens look like bugs.
Look like
Bugs.
Bugs.
I like big bug aliens.
Did you guys see the movie about the mute girl that's like getting abducted by aliens?
Oh, no one will save you.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's on Disney Plus.
It's it's a fun watch, you know.
I don't want to jerk off to gray aliens.
No, you don't have to. Someone does. Someone will.
Someone is 100% into gray aliens. And
Somebody has a folder on their desktop that says Duende docking.
They have like different categories,
They're
like
talking.
big heads, enormous heads,
big forehead,
Big forehead.
small forehead, big dumpy,
big dumpy. They never have big dumpy. Fake
bull
fan.
fucking shit.
It's gonna be messed up when gray aliens are real and they come to Earth, but they have noses.
I have a request.
disgusting.
If somebody would like to draw a gray alien with a big dumpy and a glue trap, send it my way. I'll use it for good.
Oh, we know what he's beating off to. Don't be that change in the world.
Don't be that change in the world. Do we do one more or?
How do you like to jerk off while playing Monster Hunter?
Do you hunt? I like to crank my horn. You know.
I'm cranking
the
my
Bayonetta.
horn.
Bayonetta mode's in the game though. Like, one button.
I love when I can slow down the game so I have more time to jerk off. Oh, here's one. What is your favorite strangest meal combo?
We already did that. We did that one.
Brendan, go
That's
first.
a great one.
We already did that one.
I don't think
No,
so.
Brendan, go first.
You guys ever tried cinnamon rolls and chili?
Oh my
dude,
God, I
that's
have.
crazy. I've never had
Shut
that
the
before.
fuck
You know,
up.
there's so many posers that say they've had
Bro,
it.
you ever have cinnamon egg? I know Billy has.
I had a big old cinnamon egg and I choked on it. This sucks. Okay, let's end it.
You guys ever come inside a Tickle Me Elmo?
Okay.
you guys ever fuck inside the Chick-fil-A?
Hey, thanks so much for listening. This episode would not have been possible without the help from our patrons, such as Alan Diver, Blind But Funny, Boo Poo Lou, Brain Soup, Cassandra Crash, Chips, Chris Chapman, Dog Named Bear, DX Studios, Edward McMillan, Eric Scott Gillies, Ethereal, Fade Ido, Geef, Generic Phoenix, Guy Beam, Invictus Echo, Jay Bird, Lambda Man, Leo the Geotech, Mr. Starchy, Mr. Shirt, Pharmacy Fruit Bat, Random Diamonds, Rat Supreme, Ryan Rocket, Skelicopter, Spherical May, The Frost Ace, Ulbert, Will 9455, and Woodstock. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.